Hello, can you hear me all right? Great. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Hi, my name is Matty Shimura, and today I'm here to tell you about the Chroma Awards, what we're calling the Olympics of AI film, music, and games. So a little bit about me. In the intro, they talked about how I've been a filmmaker for 18 years, working across narrative, documentary content, focusing on 360 video and VR in the past, but within the past 2 to 3 years, making that transition, working at Civitai and founding Project Odyssey, which became the world's largest AI film competition. We have a lot of amazing competitors here, and we actually launched our season 2 at the Comfy Community Summit last November with Wade to AGI. And now I'm at ElevenLabs running the Chroma competition. So instead of telling you about it, I'll show you a little video. Can we turn the lights down? Let's see. Make it louder.
We stand at the edge of a new era of technology.
No gatekeepers, no borders, no excuses, just raw passion. It's your time.
This is the Chroma competition.
So we are excited to launch the... Here are a variety of our launch partners. We're really excited to soft launch the competition today at the Wait to AGI Global Summit, and then be able to ramp it up for submission starting in August. A couple of our partners from across the different foundational model space, application layers, and creative agencies, and also creative communities. So compared to what we did in the past, what we are expanding it to not just film, but also music and games. Being able to have this color spectrum of competition categories, of modalities, being able to work across all of the different players in the space, and show that we can all work in conversation and collaboration rather than competition. When making one of these films, you have to use 10, 15 different tools, and being able to show that we can be a unified front in the face of kind of the anti-AI sentiment, and be able to speed up mainstream adoption by hopefully 1 or 2 years. Being that moment for people who are on the edge. There are many people who have criticisms or reservations, and what we're trying to do here is invite them to try AI for the first time, not just from the West, not just from Japan and China, but from all over the world, giving them amazing free trials, giving them access to be able to not just have this be a side hustle or a hobby. We want this to be real careers for people, real jobs, being able to not just put our things on the internet, on YouTube, on Vimeo, on social media, but how many of us here would love to see our own ideas be on streaming platforms, be on theaters? And I think that it's through this messaging of community, of being creator-led and grassroots, that no matter how good the foundational models get, there's always going to be that adversity. So trying to be able to work it from the kind of bottom-up perspective to be able to empower the community and uplift creators from across the ecosystem. So based on our past competition, we are projecting that it was already the largest AI film competition, but we are expecting some crazy amount of entries. Last time we had 4,500 entries that totaled around 190 hours. This one in film, we're expecting 12 to 15,000. Songs over 30,000. We don't even want to have too many more than that because we're only doing our judging over a month and having submissions over a month-long period. And then vibe-coded games as well. We are giving away over 100,000 in cash prizes in addition to job opportunities and over $1 million in free trials from video models, audio models, all the different types of tools, editing softwares as well, that you could need to be able to get started and start to make your film. Today we are soft launching the competition, and over the next month we are working together to finalize our partnerships, opening submissions in August. But the good news is we will actually accept submissions going back to January. So anything you've made from January onwards will be able to be submitted. At September, we close our submissions and start to do our judging process, working with some of the top AI filmmakers from across the world, and then being able to announce our winners in October, doing a variety of global events in LA, San Francisco, Tokyo, London, and perhaps in mainland China as well. We are really excited to partner with Waiting AGI again as one of our community sponsors, being able to offer 11,000 in yuan as prizes across film, music, and games. And the Waiting AGI team will be actually selecting those prizes, as well as events to our invites to our award ceremonies, showcases at the next Waiting AGI Global Summit, and also job opportunities at a variety of our partners with companies who are based in China, Japan, and the globe. So here's a little bit about myself if you want to get connected. The Waiting AGI team, when we do our full public release, they'll share more info of how to submit your films and music and games. But feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn to stay in touch. And we're excited to launch the Chroma Awards here today. I have some time, so I think I can take some Q&A. If there's anyone with any questions, I'm happy to talk through some of it.
What's the difference between Project Odyssey and Chroma?
Yeah. So the difference between Project Odyssey, so I founded Project Odyssey, that was under Civitai, but now I'm under ElevenLabs, where it's kind of the spiritual successor. So it's a complete rebrand. It's the same community, same sponsors, everything except the name is different, and we're expanding to those other modalities with music and games as well.
Can you tell us the three most important characteristics that makes you you today? Thank you.
The three most important characteristics I'm looking for when I'm judging the films?
No. Characteristics of you that makes you you.
Oh, of me. Oh, interesting question. So I think, something that I really appreciate is when people who are, on the marketing side for these AI companies, they actually use the tools. I think, it's a pet peeve of mine when you're, asking someone and they, don't know about the product that they're trying to sell. So for all of this, I'm a filmmaker myself. I'm trying to have it be, you know, the product is important, but also understanding both the priorities of the company and the people who are using it. Because sometimes the companies aren't the one, you know, even though they're making the tools, they're not using them. And similarly, the creators, they're using the tools, but they don't understand some of the company priorities. So I think being able to have that foresight, but also being able to communicate with empathy, being able to be kind, and trying to translate some of this, even though it's not exactly language, it's the vocabulary you use, it's being able to put everything into a win for how they can be able to succeed. Clay.
Yes. Hi, Matty. So, like example you showed before, it looks like you have more elements of like the Western style, like the legend, like fantasy style. But this time it looks like you're gonna expand the project to worldwide in Japan, China. And how do you compete to make a judge between, you know, like the traditional East style, Japanese animation style with the Western style? How are you gonna make a judge?
Yeah, so for looking at different styles, like for anime, for example, right, those would fit into some of these existing categories. You could make an anime music video, you could make an anime advertisement, being able to use those styles in these overall categories, similar to the Oscars, if you've heard of that in the West. And then what we also want to be able to do is have regional winners. So winners from China, winners from Japan, because sometimes, you know, what we found in the last season was because the competition is hosted by a Western company, many of the top judges and filmmakers are English speaking. There is a bias towards that. So what we want to be able to do is have the overall competition, but also be able to find the best competitors and talent across all these many categories. And the big difference that we do compared to many other competitions is that we don't just show the top 10 winners. For every category, we show the winners, the top 25 people, the top 50 people, so that everyone can kind of see where they did in the rankings and be able to come away with that feeling of success. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, and I'll pass it over to Voltron.